Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play EVE Online. As always, I'm your host, J John Jeremy, and last we left off, we started our advanced military career here in Jubilan, the very last tutorial set for us here, and after that, I don't know what exactly happens, because I haven't really gotten that far. But let's find out what the next mission is from Anman. We've got another assignment for you, Jonathan Jeremy. Fairly straightforward, I think, but something I'm sure you can learn a lot from all the same. We've received a distress call from another agent nearby. His party was attacked by some pirates, and he's the only survivor. They left him for dead after disabling his ship's most basic functions. We need you to fly out there and repair his ship so he can continue on to safety. For this task, you'll be using remote shield transporter modules. As you can probably tell from the name, they allow you to remotely repair an allied vessel's shields. Like I said, a fairly simple mission, but it's important for you to understand they are capable of more than just violence. It seems to be something your kind forgets very easily, so consider this mission a friendly, preemptive reminder. So we will receive civilian remote shield transporter, and our reward will be shielded mission systems. Okay. So there's a tutorial here. Logistics. Although only situationally useful, remote repair capabilities can significantly increase a small gang's effectiveness at withstanding concentrated fire. Many fleet battles involve focus fire from all ships onto a single enemy, something that can be countered by concentrating an equal or greater amount of repair to the vessel being called as primary target by the opposing fleet. There are many other situations too in which remote repair, sometimes termed logistics, can be useful, such as a handful of Capsuleers taking on heavily defended pirate fortifications and complexes. Many Capsuleers recognize the value of logistics, particularly when it comes to maximizing the abilities of small gangs. An organized gang with logistic capabilities can achieve things that otherwise require entire fleets. It is important to note that there is even a special type of ship engineered purely for the purpose of remote assistance. These are known as logistics vessels, another Tech 2 cruiser hull variant, and are extremely capable at defending allies from incoming fire. Lastly, keep in mind that remote assistance can mean more than just shield and armor repair. There are other remote assistance modules that can enhance allies' electronic systems, which means remote ECCM, the tracking of their guns, and other crucial functions. Okay. Good. But please hurry. His ship is venting oxygen as we speak, and thus we shall hurry. Let's go to our inventory and go to our fittings here. We'll find out what exactly the civilian thingamabob that I've already forgotten what the name was for it needs. As soon as I find it in my there it is. Shield transporter needs to go on, looks like it needs to go on a high one. No free slots on this ship. Okay. Where does it go? Requires a high power slot. Alright, mining, you go away. Remote shield transporter, you go on. Good. Let's go ahead and undock from the station here and head to the location. Hopefully it'll be nearby. We won't have to travel too far. It is indeed within Jubilan. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and warp to the location.
Warp drive active.
We're gonna warp through that planet right there. This is the times that I'm glad for, that the fact that we don't have collision damage when it comes to these things. Nor is there the Star Trek rule where you can't warp within... I think the rule was you couldn't warp inside of a planet's atmosphere or within a gravitational pull of a planet. One of the two, perhaps. But then they've broken that rule plenty of times too, so I'm not sure anymore. It's science fiction, folks. They change the rules all the time. Alright, there's the damaged vessel. Let's go ahead and stop my ship. I cannot do that while warping. How about you stop my ship now? What range we need to be in? 4,000 kilometers. Or 4,000, not kilometers, 4,000 meters. Wow, added a K there. Let's go ahead and lock onto the ship. And proceed with the repair. Basic systems are operational once again. We have functional warp drives. Thank you, pilot. I owe you one. I'm getting out of here. Good. And so are we. Heading back to the station once again.
Warp drive active.
really quick. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Some corp chat going on. You could go make some money. Go see if you can gang someone mining in low sec and sell their stuff. Just need to be able to web scram and be in the right place at the right time. Try some contract scamming on an alt. I don't know. There's lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff that involves scamming and being bad. Why can't you make money being good? Whatever happened to that trait in the game? There are no good people in Eve. There are only people. The gray morality of Eve. At least send him down a legit course. Last thing we need is more BS scamming to fill up chat boxes. Lol. Alright, let's go ahead and complete the mission here. Good work out there. Our agent reported a safe journey back home. I hope you've come to learn, wow, something in the process too. I arranged for a skill book to be made available to you as a reward. If you're interested in the use of shield transfer modules, then you'll want to train it up eventually. Well, I'm not interested in it right now. I'll keep it and see what happens. Let's go ahead and request the next mission. Alright. This next assignment is to test your resolve and your ability to get back up again after being knocked down. We're sending you into a much larger and better defended pirate base this time. We imagine the mission will start out relatively easy, but as soon as you take one of those pirates down, they'll start to call in reinforcements. We don't expect you to be able to handle them all by yourself. We just want to see how long you can last in there before being destroyed. I've been authorized to provide you with a combat frigate, but you'll have to fit it with your own modules. I'd keep the fittings cheap. You're not expected to come out of this one intact. You are expected to fight, however. Fit some guns and take down whatever you can. We expect you to score at least 1 kill, and won't consider your assignment complete until then. Let me stress this point, Jonathan Jeremy. We want to see how long you can stay alive in there, so you are not to leave the area with your ship intact. You should use the frigate I'm giving you. I don't want to see you losing a larger, more expensive ship on this test. If you have anything better lying around in your hangar, don't get any ideas. Keep it there unless you want to lose it. Okay, so the game is warning me not to use my comm around here. We want to use the Condor. That's fine, I can do that. So we have a reward of money and a bonus reward of money if we complete it within a certain amount of time. Here's something called putting your ship on the line. There are various situations in combat where you may end up putting your ship on the line and risking loss. Sometimes you may actually want someone to fire upon you. Baiting. There are 2 important situations where you may want to act as bait and draw fire from an enemy ship, or, sometimes, from a great number of them. Often you may risk your ship or even intend to lose it. At Stargates, enemies who aggro you by activating offensive modules on your ship will be unable to use Stargates for a period of 30 seconds counting from the last act of aggression. Combined with some form of tackling, you can keep the aggressors pinned down for a short period even if they are within jumping range of a Stargate. Drawing criminal flagging. Enemies who aggro you while not at Concord-sanctioned war with you will be criminally flagged. Along with incurring a drop in security status, this action also results in automated sentry guns around stations and Stargates firing on the aggressor. This countdown lasts for 15 minutes, but keep in mind, there are no sentry guns around Stargates in nullsec. They are lawless frontiers, so there is no criminal flagging. Deploying a cynosural field. Capital ships, the largest in New Eden, do not use Stargates. Instead, they move around by jumping to beacons, known as cynosural fields. These fields can be deployed by almost any vessel, but leave the pilot vulnerable for their duration, which can be as long as 10 minutes. During this time, the activating ship cannot move, and everyone in the same solar system can see and warp to the cynosural field it has deployed. Due to the obvious risks involved, many Cyno fields are opened using expendable, insurable Tech 1 frigates manned by pilots who fully expect to lose them. Scouting. Scouting is always a dangerous job. In many situations, scouts may decide to jump into a fleet of overwhelming numbers even if there is a high probability of losing their ship. For this reason, many scouts use expendable ships to perform their job. Fantastic. I will accept this mission. I'm going to go ahead and pause here for a second. Alright, here's the frigate. Don't come back here until you've lost it, making a stand against those pirates. Well, we'll do that as soon as we get back. Stay tuned. And we're back, folks, and I have taken the time out to actually go ahead and fit the Condor here, so at least we have a small fighting chance at doing whatever. If you notice, I've actually changed the name of the ship. It is now called Cannon Fodder. You know, I thought that'd be highly appropriate considering what we're going to be facing. It is a missile-only ship, so we're actually going to be using missiles for the very first time, rocket launcher 1s and Nova rockets. I've purchased an extra salvager just in case. You know, we do have some time to pick up some wrecks as we eventually meet our demise, but now that I think about it, I'm only going to die anyway. That kind of sucks now that I think about it. Alright, should have spent that money. Damn it. Should have thought about that for a second. And I've put on some boosters here, some excess ancillary equipment, you know, just to make the thing last longer. I figure we make a game out of it. How long can J squared last? You know, probably not that long, but we'll find out. Won't we? Let's see how our missile skills are up to par. Wow. All right. We got 2 Badgers here, and what is that? That's flying away. Oh, an Ibis. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the stand location.
Warp drive active.
Let's see how well we do here. There's a cargo container out there. Don't want to touch those things. Alright, using the acceleration gate.
Warp drive active.
The worst is accidentally buying from the regional menu and being in 0.0 and finding out you bought from a station you can't access. That's interesting. Wow. Alright, here we go. Let's find out how we do here. Lock on target. Fire. Oh. Let's look at. Keep firing. Approach, please. Or something. You're wasting your missiles now. Why? Where'd I go? There I am. I'm doing absolutely no damage to this guy. It's amazing. Let's look at our ship here. Keep at range of 2,500 meters. Let's go ahead and activate our small shield booster and our EM field, or ward amplifier. It's taking care of a lot of the shield damage there. I wonder what kind of ship this is, that it's not, like, wanted. Alright. But it's a generic frigate. It's not as if it's, like, too powerful, I guess. We're gonna run out of ammo before you finish the damn thing. Oh, wow. Ow. Pain. Enemy ship there. Nova rockets versus Inferno missiles. Alright, this ship's about to be destroyed. Holy crap. This will be amusing. Right? Right, guys? Right? Oh, dear God. We can't move. Yeah, we are so screwed here. As soon as I figure out what the hell's happening. Alright. Can we lock on somebody, please? No. Spider Drone 2 is too far away. You need to be within 3,600 meters of it, or actually 7,500 meters away. I know this. They're not really doing too much damage to me. I wonder if these ships, like when they come at me, if I might be able to defeat them, and then these things will go away. But I highly doubt that we're gonna be able to survive this. So, yeah. Fun times being destroyed. It's always a pleasure. This thing. You know what? I'm just gonna bide my time, lock onto that thing, and salvage it to see what happens. They are firing at me from that far away. Wow. Can I lock onto them? Nope. Let's stop the salvage attempt, because you know that's gonna fail. Let's use shield booster and damage control, and EM ward amplifier, and we are about to die. Yep. Okay, get the hell out of there. All right, leaving. Bye now.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so I just bought a whole bunch of stuff for nothing, because that was definitely a Kobayashi Maru scenario there. No win, to say the least. I have an Eve mail. I forgot it. I forgot to insure the ship again. Damn it. Alright. That's what I forgot to do, of all things. Forgot to insure the ship.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. So, let's talk to Anmon here. Bastard. Keep me destroying some ships. Not bad, Jonathan Jeremy. You did well out there against overwhelming odds. Ideally, that familiarized you a little more with the constant of ship loss. In these early days, you probably won't find yourself in such challenging situations, but it's helpful to know in advance how to take a ship loss and still get back up. Yeah, well, screw you too, buddy. How about them apples? You know? I don't like losing ships, period. Not fun. Let's go ahead and get back to our ship hangar and get back on board the Crusader King A. Oh, my beloved ship, how I missed you so. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording here. I know it's kind of a short episode, but to take on another mission when we don't know how long it's going to be would seem slightly silly. So next time on Let's Play EVE Online, we try not to engage in any more suicide missions that this guy wants to get us in, but, you know, if it's inevitable nonetheless. But that's all next time. Until then, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing out, saying so long, and take care.